200. All right, 200. Now, every week we give a transformational thought. Transformational thought is a thought that I want you to sit still, ponder on, think about it. And throughout the week, I want you to ask yourself some questions about how this statement affects you. And then I ask you to call a friend, call a relative, and share with them your finding on the transformational thought. Transformational thought today is, offenses can and will come. How many of you ever experienced, inside the building, outside the building, how many of you ever had some dry seasons in life? You just feel like, man, I'm just dry. Like, I love Jesus, but I'm just dry. Anybody ever feel that way? Yeah, at least we got some. Now, if you are found lying, then there's a place for those. So all of us in some point in life, we have dry seasons. All right? So everyone has a dry season, right? Now, Jesus walks by a fig tree, and he looks, he's hungry. He said, man, what in the world? Why is this thing dead? And he said, man, I'm going to curse it from the roots. So they come back over, and they see that fig tree. The disciples said, wow, man, it did happen. Jesus cursed it from the roots, and it's dead. Well, what Jesus is trying to show us here is that Jesus walks by an unproductive fig tree. Although it had the potential to be productive, something stopped it. So what stops you from being productive? If you are a productive tree, and he gave you fruits of the spirits, love, joy, peace, meekness, kindness, self-control, and he put that in you, and he walks by and says, well, Joe, I don't see no love growing from you. Wow, Pat, I don't see no patience growing in you. Whoa, well, Daryl, I see no joy in you. Wow, Maceo, I thought so. After all the blessings that I've placed on your life, there should be some peace in you. So all of this fruit, he looks at it and said, how could a productive tree be so unproductive? What stopped it? Was it the hurts? Was it the disappointments? What stopped you from being productive? Now, I want you to look at this because this is you. You have the potential to do anything because you created this image and this likeness. So that's not the issue here. The issue is that what we don't see and what we don't look at, the root. So he talks about the root because he's saying that you always water what people can see. And it makes you look fresh, but you still stale. Because at the root, you're hurting. Not at the physical, because you look good. Wow. And nothing's getting to the root at all. Because who want to look at a root and who's going to tell somebody about the root issues? That I have a root issue with patience. I have a root issue with self-control. I really have a real issue. So he says, cut it off from the root. So could it be our dry seasons are nothing more than our poor root systems? Tell you that you're made of spirit, soul, and body. Spirit can do it, body can, and soul can. So when you got born again, you became spirit, soul, and body. When you were in sin, you were body, soul, and spirit. Your body controlled you, your feelings controlled you, and then you become born again. Now you spirit, soul, and body, and now the Spirit of God is trying to tell you, Let me teach you how to forgive. And your body said, I feel that. And the emotions, the soul says, you think I don't remember that? And the spirit keeps saying that, hey, if you don't allow me to help you, you'll never get through this. And how many people haven't been free because you're trying to forgive from your body and from your soul? You can't. We can't. We just can't. We keep trying, we can't. Have you ever been offended by your husband? She said, Have you ever been offended by your wife? Yes, thank you. Yes, really. Yes. You can see the emotion. Yes. Now, when you got offended, when you moved on, did you remember? Yes. Did you remember? Yeah. Did it affect your body? Your body. Did it affect your body? No. Okay, good. How did you get out of it? I don't know. How did you get out of it? Focus on other things. Is it going? So where is it at? At the root. So now he's offending you. He's offending you 5 years from now. Where do you get the answer to release him? Yeah. So you know where she gets it from? She gets it from the root. And if the root is empty, she's empty. So now her marriage is being challenged because she's trying to forgive him from an empty place. And he's looking at her like, I did that 5 years ago. And I'm lost. I offended you yesterday, and you're telling me that I offended you 5 years ago. We're on national TV now. Okay. Back to the swap. All right, so you see that because it's the root. So you get together and y'all have sex together. Y'all do all that stuff together. You're in the bed together, and you still got bad root systems. And all that's fine. And you can make love all you want to. You can go to movies all you want to. You can bowl together, but you still got a root problem, and you still got unforgiveness. And unforgiveness went nowhere. And you think it went somewhere because you walked away from it. You can walk away from it, but it never walked away from you. Two brothers. Y'all know each other? Because you go to church together. Okay. Has he ever offended you? Probably so. That's good. Have he ever offended you? Yes. Okay. Did it affect you, your body? Any physical effects? It happened so long ago. I don't know. Body, in your body. Yeah. Now, when we say physically, it means that when you see each other at church, you walk away from each other, as though you don't see each other. Now, I'm saying you speak now. We're talking about then. All right, hold up, back up. Come back, come back here. Stop. We're talking about, we looked at a husband and we said that a husband and wife showed us that at the root, there was unforgiveness. Now we have two Christian brothers who go to church together. And they both offended each other somewhere in church. And they said that it doesn't affect me physically, but what about emotionally, mentally, and psychologically? Did it or does it? It did, but not no more. Okay, it did. It did. Well, tell the audience here, How did you two fix that? Because I didn't never see you guys come together and talk about it. So how did you fix it? Time just passed. You talked about it, but he knows, remember. So you hear what he just said? He said, let's move on. So go, move on. Okay, good. Okay. You two are sisters in the faith? You both go to ICC. Has she ever offended you? Have you offended her? Has she ever offended you? Okay. Did it affect you physically? Physical? Probably. Okay, that's a good answer. Physical? Probably. Okay, good. What about emotional and mental? Yeah, what about emotional and mental? How did y'all fix it? Y'all talked about it? You talked to her? And y'all fixed it? Okay, so you can't even understand it. Now, Joe, I'm in a quandary right here. Yeah, I'm really messed up right now. I'm messed up because it seems like the women know how to fix it, the men don't. I'm a little messed up now. Yeah. No. Y'all didn't fight. Was y'all fighting? Yeah. Okay. Now watch. What we're saying is that every person, there's a possibility of being offended from a husband to wife, 2 men in church, 2 women in church, a pastor's son. Stay still. I'm your pastor. Yep, thank you. Have I ever offended you? You don't have to lie. All right, good. And have you ever offended me? Yeah. All right. How do it feel when your pastor offends you? Confused. Yeah, because you don't expect it from me. Why don't you expect it from me? Because I'm your pastor. Am I not a man? So could it be that we're looking at each other through a lens that don't even exist? That's a real. The unrealistic is that your expectations of another person supersede even what they could do and what they can't do. The likelihood of me offending her as a man is high. The likelihood of me offending her as her pastor is high. You know why? Because once I open my mouth, there's something I can say that will always could have the possibility of offending her. And one of the things that offended you probably with me is that when I don't finish a project, like a book that we worked on, and it's sitting there, and I saw your body language back here. Robert, I told him. Yeah. But we're free now. You're free to go back. For administrator, and Pat is a great administrator. She's our church administrator, executive administrator. And Dorian was making some statements, and Pat just jumped in and said something to her. And she said, and Dorian was like, well, I ain't gonna say that she offended me, but she did. Because I saw your body language too, like, really, Miss Pat? Remember that? It's Pat. It just happened Wednesday. Yeah. Remember you were talking and she just said what she wanted to say? Okay, all right. You see, okay. So Miss Pat is a model for you. She offended you. How did that affect you? Disappointed? Dorian offended you. How did that affect you? She did. This is her. Yeah. How? Well, physically, emotionally, mentally? You hold on to it? Do you hold on to things? How do you two solve it? Because you're in the same ministry together, and you walk around each other, and you function together. But I heard what she said to you, and I watched your body language, but you act like you didn't hear it. You see, you could be offended and play like you didn't hear it because you don't want to deal with it. It don't take away the root. But she went over. Do you remember she went over and hugged you? Remember that? She don't remember that neither. You're really in bad shape. She went over and hugged her and said, what did you say to her? I'm sorry. You see, that was part of pulling up the root. She wanted to make sure that she didn't put a root in, and she wanted to take a root out. So you pull up a root to make sure you don't put a root in. If you don't pull up your own root by opening your mouth, you give her the root. You see the difference? If she don't say it, if she don't pull up her own root, then what she's doing is placing the root in her. So forgiveness starts with talking to God before you talk to the offender. We're talking to the wrong person first. Who should we talk to first? We should be talking to God first. We should be saying, God, let me talk to you. You think God, you think Jesus is not, oh, Jesus, you don't want to hear me. Well, who said that? Forgiveness starts with talking to God before you talk to the offender. You need to go to Jesus and say, I'm ticked. Jesus, I am ticked. And Jesus said, you know what? I was too when Peter denied me 3 times. I was too when Thomas started doubting me. Man, you think I wasn't ticked when John and James, the Thunder brother, was always mad? But who do you talk to about when you are offended? The first thing you do is you talk to yourself. The wrong person. The first person should be to Jesus and say, I know you can identify with this because you've been through this. So Jesus, let me tell you, I'm mad. Man, I don't like this.